I'm Jacob Buettner. I play Keith in The Land of Smiles. Keith is sort of a lost soul a little bit at the beginning of our story, and he's unsure of himself. He's a priest that's traveled to Thailand and is descending into the sex trade and child trafficking there in Thailand, and we're not totally sure about his motives. We hope that he does have good motives. But yeah, I mean, Keith is a guy that you're not sure what he's about, and I don't know if he's entirely sure what he's about for a lot of the movie. And I think that's something I could it struck a chord with me in a lot of ways. I got the script for the audition. I read through it and just was really struck by the level of depth there that I haven't really seen in a lot of student projects and different scripts that I've had a chance to look at. There seemed to be something a little bit different, something a little more just true in a lot of ways. I think that's what this story is. I think it's built around a worldview of truth and about trying to tell a story that deals in that and that entertains as well as informs. Even though it probably hurt the most, I would say that the fight scene is what I enjoyed the most. The physicality of that and just trying to get it right and working with Juno, doing the punches and figuring out how it was going to work and just, making the sacrifice to make it look as real as possible. But, I mean, there's a lot of great scenes in the movie. The first scene we did with me and Keith is with Lamai, and that's a very beautiful scene. That's probably the most important scene in the movies where it sort of turns. So yeah, a lot of great scenes, but those two probably stand out. Justin's a great director. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. He's great at getting what he wants and pulling it together, and he's just got a real calming influence on everybody, real easygoing and laid back, and he's a great guy, and I just think he has his head on his shoulders right, and I think he's doing it the right way. When I was a senior in college and I was graduating, and I realized that I had a couple of months left of school and I still didn't know what I wanted to do, and I was a business major, and I'd taken a documentary film class and had done some student films here and there, and realized that writing and acting was something that I wanted to take a shot at, and I just prayed about it and just sort of gave it to God in a lot of ways, and He kept it on my heart, and so I'm out here just making a go of it. My two favorite actors of all time are Marlon Brando and Heath Ledger. With Brando, he's a guy that you just couldn't take your eyes off of him, and Heath Ledger was the same way. And just the way they used their surroundings and listened, and I think that's probably the most important thing for an actor to be able to do, is to really listen to not just like who he's acting opposite of, but to the environment that he's in and the scene that he's in, and to listen to it and respond to it instead of having it already programmed into you. Just makes it a more organic experience watching it, and I thought Brando was the best I've ever seen at it. I want to make it to the top. That's the aspiration, whatever that is. And at the end of the day, I just want to recognize God's plan for my life and just glorify Jesus, and really just try to follow Him every day. And it's easy to forget that, and it's easy to look to your own ambition and try to satisfy that. But I know that this world really doesn't have ultimate satisfaction for me. And so knowing that, there's a great peace in that, and knowing that if I just attack each day and do it as best I can and just stay on that grind and do it for the glory of the Lord, then I can't lose. So Land of Smile. I hope Land of Smiles gets into whatever festivals it wants to get into and wins them, and I hope people see it and are moved by it and are entertained by it, and I hope it can do some good for the issues that it deals with, and it raises awareness about child trafficking and the terrible things that go into that, and just that situation. But yeah, I hope it's a great stepping stone for Justin as a director and for all the cast involved and all the crew involved, and I hope it does well and everyone enjoys watching it.